This is the Samsung Freestyle, one of the most anticipated products from CES 2022, and I've got one with me right now. So let's take a look. It isn't very clear just by looking at it exactly what it is. Essentially, this is a 100-inch 1080p smart projector that comes with pretty interesting features. Now, this isn't something very new. We've actually seen portable projectors in the past, even on this channel. What's exciting about this is that this is the first one we've seen from Samsung, and when I saw the features on this, I was actually very keen to try this out. This little guy has a 180-degree swivel action going for it, meaning that you don't need those projector stands or a stand in general to set this up to start projecting your image. It's as simple as setting it down on your coffee table, pointing it upwards, and getting your image going with zero effort. Speaking of zero effort, if you've ever used a projector before, you know how you have those pesky knobs up front to adjust the focusing, and then once you do project the image, if it's not exactly perpendicular to the wall that you're projecting it at, you have to do the keystoning correction, which is adjusting the angle of the image. Yeah, with this, you have none of that. It does all of that automatically with its auto keystone correction and auto focusing. So essentially, all you have to do with this is quite literally just point it. Point it at any surface and it's going to project the image in the correct orientation with the right sharp focus. Now, portability. Clearly, this is very portable. It's roughly the same size as a mini portable Bluetooth speaker, so you can easily carry this around, throw it in your backpack, and if you're going on trips or to your friend's place, family's place, this is an easy must-have in your backpack. Maybe that's why they call it the Freestyle. Alright, let's talk the build and the design. Up front, we have the lens, of course, and some touch buttons for power, volume, and a button to quickly connect it to your mobile device, especially if you have a Samsung device for easy, quick connection. Now on the sides, you've got a USB Type-C, the mini HDMI, and a toggle to turn off or on the microphone. More about the microphone in a second. Now at the bottom, we get a 5-watt 360 speaker with Dolby sound. Based on the Samsung website, this section might be a little bit modular in the future where you can add in different attachments, but more on this later. Apart from that, we've also got the remote control for it, which pretty much has everything you'd need on there, including things like the voice assistant and the button to control Bixby. Okay, with that out of the way, let's talk about performance and usability. How is it? To power it up, you need to hook it up via the USB Type-C cable and the provided adapter. But since this is a portable device, you can easily plug it up to any power bank and use it portably via USB Type-C. Now, this is a smart projector, like I said earlier, so we can expect some smart built-in features, and this does come with those. You get the built-in app support, ability to download additional applications, voice recognition, to name just a few. You can easily set up shortcuts for your favorite apps like Netflix, YouTube, Disney+, Amazon Prime, and more. You also do get those far-field microphones all around this device in order to easily use it using just your voice without the remote control from anywhere around your room. The interface you're presented with is Tizen OS, and it's quite nice to use, pleasant, and easy to navigate through. Okay, on to pretty much the most important thing, which is obviously the display, projection, and how the image quality looks like. As I mentioned earlier, we're looking at a 100-inch 1080p display with the maximum throw distance. Speaking of which, here's the sizing chart to see exactly what kind of image you can expect with the throw distance and the image ratio. For me personally, I'm using it from a 6.6 feet sort of distance, which is about 75 inches, which is still quite huge considering the size of my room. Visuals on this look beautiful. Colors are nice and punchy with great contrast levels, and the immersion is really great, especially when you put it up all the way to 100 inches. We even get support for HDR10 and HLG on this with a contrast ratio of 100,000 to 1. So dynamic range is quite great. The brightness isn't insane or anything. You get 550 lumens of brightness, which is more than enough for relatively brighter scenes. But of course, for maximum immersion and for the best possible experience, you want to be in the darkest possible environment. Additionally, there's an entirely different section called the Ambient section, which does pretty much that, set the ambience to whatever room you're in. This comes with a bunch of cool effects and features. You can think of it more of as a decorative screensaver that's more interactive and sets the mood for the room, like I said. Like for me, I chose this window scene that has a vibe of its own. If you want to use it to just set the mood or even take creative pictures with it, you can easily do that, especially if you're bored of your actual scenery. Another additional fun thing you can do with this is use it as an external ambient Bluetooth speaker. All you have to do is slap on the lens cover cap to create an ambience and change the mood using the lighting from this. Sort of a fun dual purpose of the lens cap. Just slap it on and you've got some vibey grooviness going on. Another thing you can do is mirror your TV. Say for example, if you're having a watch party or a meeting presentation with a lot of people, you can just mirror your TV to play the exact same thing on the projector in another part of the house or another room entirely, and everyone will be in sync and be watching it all at the same time. So that's just more of that fun additional extension of the viewing experience. Other things we expect to see in the future with this, which you can already find on the website right now, are the modular extensions for it. You can get things for it like a battery base, where it essentially gives you a battery so you don't need a power bank and you can power it anywhere. You can get a socket adapter wherein you can literally plug it up into a power socket or a light stand and then put it down on the I saw some cool examples for this. It'll power it up as well, and you can position it in cool different ways. You can also get some sleeves to put on top of this, because this white part isn't fixed. Like, you can actually change it, as you guys can see right there, so you can change the color for this to match the ambience of your room. Now keep in mind, these are just my first impressions of the Freestyle. We're actually going to do a proper test and usability and day-to-day how it performs more a little bit later, so that's going to be on our website. All the links will be in the description, so make sure you guys are subscribed to see that as well. This is looking really promising. I'm really excited to try this out more. You get a huge screen, really good sound quality, which I'll touch on more in the full review. And yeah, just a really cool device to set the ambience, listen to music, watch some movies, carry it around for portability. Really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, do consider subscribing to the channel, like this video if you liked it, and I'll see you again in the next video. Until then,